work for the height. Here we go.
Is that better or should it be landscape?
No, it's perfect.
Hey, Aubrey, if some of the people ask some questions, can you tell us what they are in the chat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we've had some questions on our previous video that we did together on my channel, Kristina Smallhorn. I interviewed Galliano, and he let me ask him some questions, and we're going to redo this again. We're going to do another one so I can ask him the real important questions. But I pulled them from the last video. So here we are.
Kristina got us going with our social media. She did our best video yet, so you should go check out her channel if you're interested in
It's called
housing.
the Incredible 2-hour folding house or 4-hour folding house. I don't know.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so what? These are burning questions.
These are important questions from her video.
From my subscribers. These were the burning questions that people had. They wanted to know, do the windows open?
You know, it's possible. We haven't tried them yet. Let's go see right now.
Oh, are you joking? Do the windows open?
Yep, there we go.
Oh, wow. Are they double pane windows?
Yes.
Yes.
These windows could change in the future.
Okay.
We might swap them out for a different brand or something. Maybe swap them out for non-opening ones.
Okay.
Not sure just yet about that. But at the moment, they do open.
This is an important one because people want to know about sustainable living. They want to know, does this support solar panels?
Yeah, so the Boxable is compatible with any type of utilities, and that's not up to us, it's up to you. You just connect them on site, so whether you're going to connect them to the grid or connect them to your own solar panels, that's totally fine, and the roof is also strong enough to mount the panels right up there as well.
Okay. So if you decided not to put it in a stationary location, how difficult is it to pick it up and move it to a new location? Say somebody was at a campsite for a period of time, could they pick it up and move it at another time?
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't planned that to be like the primary use case for this, but it certainly works. The one we're standing in now, we've picked that up and put it down and picked it up several times now. So totally a possibility. And in the future, we might create another model that's more designed for that use. So maybe it'll come with the off-grid utilities and a faster unfolding system and stuff like that.
What's the question, Aubrey?
When will you guys be shipping internationally?
So right now
Internationally.
we're planning to set up a new, bigger factory. Hopefully that happens sometime within this year. And as soon as that factory is up and cranking out Boxables, we'll ship them anywhere you guys want them. If you pay shipping for international, we'll send them out to you, no problem.
There's a lot of people, I know my audience is Canadian, and they're clamoring for these big time.
Yeah, we have a ton of interest every day, hundreds of people asking for them. So we're working hard to get it going.
It gets really cold in here.
Well, it's because it's so energy efficient. So we have this little mini split up here.
What's a mini
Keeps
split?
it nice and cool right there.
Oh, well, there you go. I didn't know what this was. It's called a mini split. I actually have one of these in my rental properties. I do.
Nice.
Yeah, I had it. Yeah. Okay, let's go for another one. How bad is the off-gassing and VOCs? That's a very common issue, especially if a lot of my people are from New Orleans, and we had what they called the FEMA trailers. That was their name, not mine. And they had a off-gassing formaldehyde issue. How have you guys addressed that?
Yeah, a lot of people have asked that, and from our actual building shell, where all our innovation is, there's not really any sources of off-gassing that I know of. One thing that we have to be careful of before we start production is the other things we bring in here, like maybe the kitchen cabinets or bathrooms, stuff like that can off-gas. But we're going to end up with an official third-party test on that and a test report, because I understand that's an issue for
a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely is. We've had a lot of questions about that.
Okay, well, good to know. All right, Aubrey, what's the next question?
Would you consider manufacturing in the Philippines for the Asian market?
Yes, absolutely. But we have to build our first real factory here in Vegas, and after that, we'll have the blueprints for new factories and be happy to share them with the rest of the world, because we do think it's a product that is appropriate for anywhere in the world.
Well, it fits in so many small places. I was like, oh my gosh, this would be so cool in like the Philippines or even India, where they are limited in space,
Yeah, absolutely.
but they need something high quality. All right, so what is the air conditioning and the heating system?
It's all mini split, so no duct work.
Okay.
Just that little unit that's mounted on the wall,
Okay.
and that heats and cools.
Can it be placed on residential streets? That's the AC end. That's what somebody asked. Can you place it on residential streets?
Yes, you can put your boxable anywhere. There's going to be different zoning, so different types of buildings that the local government wants in certain areas. If you're in California, you're allowed a backyard accessory dwelling unit in basically every city and town. Other places might be more restrictive, but overall they're changing laws to make little backyard houses easier to permit and build.
Are you on the stock market currently? Somebody was asking, are you currently being traded on the stock market?
Not yet, but if you go to boxable.com/invest and submit your information there, when we are ready to raise money from investors, we'll reach out to you with information about stocks.
Okay. Aubrey?
When will you have family size models, like bigger sized homes?
Yeah, big,
You
big
know,
double deckers.
I think that's going to be a little while. We plan for the first couple of years just to be making the 20 by 20
The
unit
smaller
that we're in
ones.
now, and there'll be different interior configurations on those 20 by 20s, but really just focus on getting that going at the moment before we roll out bigger models.
Okay. Can you design one of your own, or is this the only kind that they can get?
Right now, we're planning to just stick to casita floor plan
That's it.
at first, and people can modify them after they receive it.
Okay.
And then also soon after the casita's out, we'll have like an empty floor plan one
Okay.
that again that they can customize themselves, but not planning to do any customization here in the factory. Just leave it to people to modify after they receive.
Yeah, that's something. Go ahead.
Can it be placed in manufactured home communities?
Can it be placed in manufactured home communities? I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be able to. It's definitely a big market that is appropriate for the product, and we're super interested in. We actually went and toured a bunch of manufactured home communities around here in Vegas just to get an idea of what might work and what wouldn't.
I know that some manufactured home parks have a minimum requirement or aesthetic requirement. You just have to check. Each one of them is going to be different, so you should be able to in most areas.
Yeah.
But you always get the ones that are a little picky. There are.
I think these will be nicer than the old trailer homes.
I agree. Actually, to tell you the truth, this is no lie. I just put a video out about this. There is a manufactured mobile home park community in California that's selling their manufactured mobile homes for $5 million. These were built in 1971. They still have the tires and chassis on them, and they're in the millions of dollars.
Where are they?
In Malibu.
Oh,
In Malibu.
That's nice.
But they decked them out too. They've totally decked
Wow.
out these. They've decked them out.
that's a nice place to live. Huh?
Yeah. All right. So, Aubrey, did you have another question you want to throw in there?
Yes. Can you put it on your own land?
Yes, you can put it on your own land. I can answer that. You can, but you're gonna have to follow. You're gonna follow the building codes of your area, because like some counties require a minimum square footage. So if this house doesn't meet the minimum square footage, you're gonna have an issue with that. So you always make sure before you purchase it, check with your county officials and see if they'll allow that particular structure. But there's no reason why you couldn't be able to put it down, because this is built to modular spec, right? Modular specs, right?
Yep. This is going to be state approved modular, so up to the same code as a traditional site built home.
Right, and in a lot of cases, in some areas, that the modular homes actually are better built than your traditional building codes in,
Well, yeah.
in some areas. So
Yeah.
just, they're built well, and they always modular homes hold their value as well as a traditional stick-built home. Manufactured home, when it comes to like a traditional, what some people would call a mobile or trailer, they do not hold their value the same way if they're not taken care of.
It totally makes sense that modular home would be higher quality than a site-built home, because if you think about it, you're building it in a factory with quality control, hidden, you're not in the rain or
Right.
the hot sun, and it just, of course you're going to end up with a better product doing it that way.
All right, before this leaves the factory, does there an inspector that comes through, checks everything, all the components prior, before it's even shipped out the door? Is that how that works?
Exactly. So we get inspections from a third-party inspector for every unit
Okay.
that we make, and that basically replaces the inspections that you would have in the field with a normal home.
Right.
So that makes things a little easier on the customer as well. They don't have to have multiple interactions with the building department, inspecting them and scheduling and all that kind of thing.
All right, next question, Aubrey.
On the website, there are a lot of different designs on there. Are we able to pick from those? Like, will they be ready whenever you start shipping out boxables, or are those just plans?
Yeah, the different interior configurations for the 20 by 20 size modules will be available early on. We don't have any additional information on them just this moment.
For the modular units close to being done, they love the boxable concept, but they would need a 3-bedroom unit.
This is the only one they're going to be doing for a little bit, right? You said 2 years, right?
Yeah, and it is 20 by 20, but you can connect more than one together to add bedrooms or other rooms.
So, like, if someone was to buy 2 of these, they could connect them together, right? And
Yeah.
how would they connect together?
Connect or stack. Basically, you just line up the doorway and stick
Oh.
them next to each other.
So instead of this being the front door, you could make that connected to another box?
Yeah, you might stick another box out there with just 2 bedrooms in it, and then this would be your living room, kitchen, and that could be your 2-bedroom out there.
And then you could throw another box in the behind or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stack them as well.
Yeah. Okay. They're asking about the shipping. So-
what type of foundation is required?
Really, it's compatible with anything. So the floor is super strong and rigid. Right now, what we're standing on is only supported by about 6 wood blocks. So we're actually suspended off the ground, and it's still rock solid. So yeah, it's going to bolt to almost any foundation type.
That's perfect for in Louisiana. I don't know if you guys know this. We flood, shockingly enough, and a lot of houses have to be off the ground.
Yep.
Because their water's all bushy.
Yeah, coastal areas too. Yeah.
This was a funny question. Are they bulletproof?
Well, actually, we already addressed that in one of our other videos.
Did you really?
Yes, we had several guys open fire on one of the wall panels. And the answer is no, they're not bulletproof. But they can be modified very easily if it was like a military application to be bulletproof.
Okay.
And basically would consist of us just laminating Kevlar into the panel because they're all laminated panels, so we can add anything in there that we want.
When do you hope to start releasing all of this out to the public?
The question was, when do you expect to release all of this to the public?
So, super new company, new idea. We're just getting started. Right now, we're inside of our small shop and planning to expand soon, quickly, maybe in 6 to 9 months. It's just, it's kind of a long process, but we'll be moving down the street soon to a bigger building, getting in more equipment, and starting to scale things to meet demand. Really, we didn't expect to see the huge interest that we've had, so we were planning on taking things a little slower, and now we just have literally thousands of people interested in this.
That was my fault.
Thank you, Kristina.
There was someone that asked a question about, are you gonna, when you have these up and running, are you gonna have realtors doing a showroom and selling these for you?
I was thinking of having a showroom in Southern California.
With salespeople or realtors?
I don't know.
We'll talk
I
later.
think there's going to be some kind of commission on sales, but
We'll talk about that later.
How do they hold up in tornadoes and hurricanes?
Oh, I know the answer to this.
what is it?
They actually have a bunch of videos on their YouTube channel about hurricane force winds and fire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the panels are super strong and resistant to the various environmental forces.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason for that is because we wanted to engineer a product that works anywhere in the world. So we weren't just engineering it for Vegas or for fire or for high winds in southern Florida. We wanted to make it strong enough for everything. And fortunately, we were able to do that. And all of our in-house tests are coming out great. And soon we'll have official third-party test results to back up all those claims.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I'm going to show everybody the outside because most people don't get to see. I'm going to turn this around, my friends. Here we go. Oops, I've turned it. Here we go. All right. All right, this is the bathroom. Look, there's somebody in there. And then look, this is the living room. What will the plumbing be hooked up to? They're asking.
Right in the exterior corner of the unit, you're just going to plug it right in. So like, for example, on this folded up unit, you're going to have your HVAC, electric, water heater, and it's all just going to plug right in.
Is that a gas water heater? What kind of water heater is that?
It's gas.
Yeah, it's gas.
On demand.
Yep.
Yeah, super compact.
If you put two of them together, will there be roof leaks? No. That you got to hire? No. Mm-mm. You got to make sure you got the right roofing company. I can answer that. Because the thing is that your roof you're getting the box. You're not getting the roof. So if you want like a specialized roof that would go onto your boxables, you would hire a second builder to put a roof on. Am I correct?
Yeah, well, in some cases you might want to add a roof. If it's a custom design and you want a pitched roof and you have multiple boxes next to each other, you might want to add a custom roof. But what we have right now is snow load rated, watertight, ready to go. If your local area allows you to have a flat or a really small pitch on your roof, then you can go ahead and just unpack it and it's good to go.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to show them the outside of this little thing here. See, you can reserve it at where? Where can they reserve it?
Boxable.com.
Boxable.com. So there's like no E on the end. Everybody gets this messed up because people say, oh my gosh, I can't get on the website because there's, no, it's Boxable. What? No E. Yes, no E. Boxable with no E.com.
Actually, there is a guy that has the Boxable with the E domain.
Oh, and
He's trying to charge us a hefty fee to buy it from him, so I don't think we're going to have that.
and Juliana says no, right? Did I say your name right?
Galliano.
Galliano.
Yeah.
It's totally French. I'm joking. I'm totally joking. Huh? Oui.
Oui.
All right, so let's see all this other stuff. I'm gonna go around the outside here. I'm gonna go around this.
Yeah, so this is two units next to each other, so each one 8.5 feet wide for highway legal shipping, and unpacks to 20 feet.
What's the wait time for reservations?
We don't know yet.
They don't know yet. They don't have a.
Sorry.
So this is like the outside, and what is this material here?
It's going to be sheet steel coated with a textured paint.
Okay.
So really, you're not going to really be able to tell what the material is.
Okay.
This one just has some extra board and batten styling from one of our sponsors. Gave us that.
Yeah, just to kind of dress it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
What we want to do is build kind of like an architecturally neutral building box that
Right.
you can customize on site. So you can easily add stucco or siding or any design stuff to these and make them custom or match your main house.
I can answer this one. It says if it's stackable, can you use this? Will you have stairs if it's stackable
Yeah, bunch of options.
in the future?
In the future, you could have interior stairs, exterior stairs. We'll probably have a model that ships with interior stairs. Right now, it's a little ways away though, but they're all strong enough to stack
Yep.
several stories. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm going to turn this around. We're doing a full-on video, and he's going to allow me to actually put one of these together. The thing is that he says that they can be put together in 2 hours. Can they be put together in 2 hours with me doing it is the question. And I'm super excited. They're actually gonna let me do this. So we're gonna do a whole, we're gonna be answering some more of your questions in this upcoming video. It's gonna be coming out, I believe it's June 7th. It's the first Tuesday of June. And it's gonna be fun. So look out for that. My name is Kristina Smallhorn. And you're
Aliano.
with Boxable.com. All right, everybody, you have a fantastic day. Bye. Da-da-da.